Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of rot and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Credited for Nelson Mandela's tenacity, maybe he used it as a resource while he was in prison. He read it over and over and it resonated with him. And this was what Nelson Mandela said about this poem. So, all of that has helped to make it a really powerful poem, and I really like it. So, some background information. So, Henley, he wrote this poem when he underwent medical treatment for tuberculosis of the bone, and it is about resilience in the face of suffering. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to go through looking at the structure, looking at the form, looking at its message that this poem has. So here goes, Invictus. Let's look. So this poem, it has 16 lines. It has 4 stanzas, and there is a repetitive structure which emphasizes the recurring nature of adversity and the constancy of inner strength. And what is powerful about this poem is that all the lines start negatively. All the lines, each stanza opens with a description of adversity. However, it ends with an affirmation of emotional fortitude. So let's look at stanza 1 and see how this works. So, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole. So this starts with the speaker. He begins by emerging from a metaphorical night that he's on top of, and it's like the night is on top of the speaker. It is a physical thing. It seems full of really dark imagery, and that imagery of hell at the beginning. But then he says, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. And the title Invictus means unconquerable. So that ability, that grit, that tenacity, that resilience that we have, the fortitude to go through struggles that we may encounter and still rise above them. Then he talks about in the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. So he talks about how strong he is mentally and physically. And there's under the bludgeonings of chance. So that is a metaphor and a personification as well, because he is giving chance and fate human characteristics. So he's saying that even though fate, even though chance may come upon him with hard blows, and it has, my head is bloody but unbowed. So he's not bowing, he's not giving up, even though he is met with these circumstances. Beyond this place of rot and tears looms but the horror of the shame, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. And what powerful words! Whatever may come, he's saying, I am unafraid. I am willing to face it. I'm willing to conquer it. And then the last stanza makes some biblical allusions, some biblical references. So in the line that says, it matters not how straight the gate, in the Bible talks about how the way to life eternal, the straight and narrow way, is really hard. He says no matter how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll, we know that there's a scroll that writes down all our wrongdoings, no matter what. I am, and here the two last lines end with anaphora at the beginning of the lines. I am. He repeats the I am, and it said that anything that follows the I am is put into existence, and he does repeat that. So he says, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. He is taking responsibility. He's not giving fate this responsibility. He's taking this responsibility back and saying, I am the master. I am the captain of my soul. It almost acts like a rallying cry, and made to inspire oneself rather than a lamentation about the difficulties of life. So even though he talks about the difficulties, he talks about the negatives, at the end it is more positive than negative. I would like you also to note how the poem almost always speaks in the present tense and what that means for this poem. So in doing this, Henley is affirming the presence of the speaker who has not given up on life. He's not given up on life. Even though he has been faced with a lot, at no point has he given up. So that resilience in the face of suffering is right throughout this poem and makes it really resonating with us. So it resonates with us in terms of if you're going through any suffering, any struggles, this is the poem to read. And that's one reason why I like it so much. It does give you that hope that if you say within yourself, I am the master of my fate, and I'm the captain of my soul, I am going to fight, come what may, I'm going to stand firm. So this poem, Invictus, is one for you to go back to and read if you've never read it before. The next poem that I'm going to be looking at in my next video will be If. That is also another poem that I really like, and we can have a discussion on that. So until next time, please remember as well, if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button and click that notification bell as well, so you can be alerted when I do a next video. Thanks again.